Welcome all of you in my today's video lecture. That is the most important questions from physical pharmaceutics first, from unit first to unit 5. So there are a total 5 units in physical pharmaceutics first. So in this all the unit we will discuss all the questions that are very important, repeatedly asked in the previous exam. So discuss one by one all the questions. First of all, let's discuss from unit first 10 mark questions. So तो sequence इस series में हमारा रहेगा. So first of all, we will discuss 10 mark question, then we will discuss 5 mark question, and last one we will discuss 2 mark questions. This way we will complete all the unit from unit first to unit fifth. So first of all starts with the unit first 10 mark questions. So in that first question is define solubility and explain mechanism of solute solvent interaction. So this is the important question and which is asked for 10 mark. So second question is the define and derive the Raoult's law, write its applications and limitations. This is the most important question from unit first and which are repeatedly asked in all the exams, that is derive the Raoult's law, its application and limitations. Prepare these questions very well so you can write very easily in exam. Next, third question is explain the Nernst distribution law along with its limitations and application. So this is question is also very important from exam point of view. So mainly these two questions, that is second and third question, these two questions are very important because they are repeatedly asked in previous exam. First one is Raoult's law and is Nernst distribution law. So prepare this question very well. Next, move forward to the 5 mark questions. So that first question is explain sublimation critical point and vapor pressure. Next, second question is explain the diffusion principle in biological system. Third question is explain critical solution temperature and give its applications. And last question, which will depend upon the definitions that are the define the different terms, that binary solution, ideal solution, real solution. ये इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है कि ये क्वेश्चन 5 मार्क्स के लिए आएगा, क्वेश्चन 2 मार्क्स लिए भी पूछा जा सकता है, दैट इज द डिफाइन द टर्म्स बाइनरी सॉल्यूशंस एंड आइडियल सॉल्यूशन. दिस क्वेश्चन इज सेपरेटली आस्क्ड फॉर 2 मार्क as well. So the first 3 questions, that is the sublimation critical point, diffusion principle in biological system, critical solution temperature, these questions are useful for 5 marks. अब ये इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है कि 10 मार्क क्वेश्चन हमने जो इधर नोट किए ये सिर्फ 10 मार्क लिए पूछे. फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन है डिफाइन सोल्यूबिलिटी and the mechanism of solute solvent interaction. This question will also ask for 5 marks. But these two questions, Raoult's law and non-distribution law, they can only ask for 10 marks. But first question, that is define solubility and explain the mechanism of solute solvent interaction, and also ask for 5 marks. जब भी का क्वेश्चन आप प्रिपेयर कर रहे हैं, कोई भी क्वेश्चन आप प्रिपेयर करेंगे तो प्रिपेयर करिए इन द वे ऑफ 10 मार्क्स के लिए जो कंटेंट आपका प्रिपेयर होगा वो यूजफुल रहेगा फॉर 5 मार्क्स एज वेल. प्रिपेयर द क्वेश्चन फॉर 10 मार्क्स initially. You can write for content in 5 marks as well. These are the 10 mark and 5 mark questions from the unit first. Next, mark questions. 2 mark questions. अभी मैंने 5 marks में एक बात बताई जो है define the terms, that is binary solutions, ideal solution. This question is also come for 2 marks. So note these things, that is define the terms, binary solution, ideal solution and real solutions. When we talk about 2 mark questions, the first question is comment on solution and association. Next, second question is define solution and give its types. जो पिछली 10 मार्क क्वेश्चन देखे थे उसमें solubility एक क्वेश्चन था, वो भी 2 मार्क के लिए यहाँ वो डाल सकते हैं। एंड लास्ट क्वेश्चन, कमेंट ऑन आइडियल solubility parameters, so comes for 2 mark. Okay, questions, that is 10 mark question, 5 mark questions, and 2 mark question, which will very important and useful for semester point of view. All the questions, that is 10 mark questions, 5 mark questions, and 2 mark questions. So move forward to the unit second. Similarly, in unit second, first of all, discuss 10 mark questions. So 10 mark question, first question is discuss in detail about the various physicochemical properties of drug. सेकंड चैप्टर है यूनिट सेकंड में, जो usually depends upon physicochemical properties. This is very important for 10 mark, that is discuss in detail about the various physicochemical properties of drugs. Then जो different terms है chapter number first में, that is the explain eutetic mixtures and sublimation critical point. So these two different point can also ask for 5 mark as well. Combination this question debate for 10 marks, that is explain eutectic sublimation critical point. Next, third question is write a detailed note on pharmaceutical aerosols. Aerosols are the most important from exam point of view. 10 mark के क्वेश्चन जो है वो गारंटीड क्वेश्चन है, और जो आप वेल प्रिपेयर्ड रहेगा इसके लिए. सो जो फिजिको केमिकल प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ ड्रग रहेंगे, तो फार्मास्यूटिकल एरोसोल्स रहेंगे, और जो यूटेटिक मिक्सचर और सब्लिमेशन क्रिटिकल पॉइंट, दिस टू डेफिनेशंस कैन आल्सो आस्क फॉर 2 mark एज वेल एज 5 mark. तो जब आपको 10 mark के लिए प्रिपेयर कर, ऑटोमेटिकली आप 5 mark और 10 mark लिए प्रिपेयर हो जाओगे. सो प्रिपेयर इन दैट वे. नेक्स्ट, मूव फॉरवर्ड टू द 5 mark क्वेश्चन. So in 5 mark question, one distinguish is very important, that is the distinguish between the crystalline and amorphous solids. This question is very important for 5 marks, can be repeatedly asked very times. Prepare well for this question. Next है write a note on latent heat of vaporization. latent heat जो term है chapter first में, unit second में, जो important रहेगा for 5 marks. And last, move forward to the 2 mark questions. In 2 mark questions, already we have discussed about eutectic mixtures, okay, latent heat, then physicochemical properties जो 10 mark के लिए हमने प्रिपेयर किए थे. सो जब आप 10 mark के लिए क्वेश्चन प्रिपेयर करोगे, ऑटोमेटिकली आपके 2 marks क्वेश्चन जो है वो प्रिपेयर हो जाएगा. सो राइट अ नोट ऑन चेंज इन द स्टेट ऑफ मैटर, दैट इज फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन. Second question is write a note on eutectic mixtures. Third question is write a note on latent heat. And final question is write a note on refractive index. So these are the important questions from unit second, and it comes for 2 marks. So next, move forward to the unit third questions. In unit third, first of all, let's discuss the 10 mark questions. So in unit third, 10 mark question, very important is the describe the various methods used for the determination of surface tension and interfacial tension. The most IMP question from unit third, that is various methods used for the determination of surface tension and interfacial tension. तो जितने भी मेथड्स है सरफेस टेंशन डिटर्मिनेशन के, तो सब मेथड्स आपको प्रिपेयर करने होंगे, जो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है फ्रॉम एग्जाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. और डेरिवेशंस रहेंगे, जो कैपिलराइज मेथड रहेगा, ड्रॉप काउंट, ड्रॉप फेट, जो डेरिवेशंस रहेंगे वो भी आपको याद करना है. तो दिस क्वेश्चन इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फ्रॉम एग्जाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. नेक्स्ट, डिफाइन एंड डिस्क्राइब द इक्वेशन फॉर सरफेस फ्री एनर्जी trading coefficient. Similar question. Next, third question is describe in detail adsorption at solid interface and explain Friendlich and Langmuir adsorption isotherm. जो adsorption isotherms देखे थे यूनिट थर्ड में, that is solid interface and liquid interface. In solid interface two theorems are there, that is Friendlich and Humer adsorption isotherm. Important है exam point of view. These two questions, that is first question and third question, first and third, are very important for 10 mark. So well prepared for these questions. Next, let's discuss 5 mark questions from unit second, that is HLV scale, surfactants, surface tension. Okay. जो फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन रहेगा, राइट अ नोट ऑन HLB scale and give its limitations and applications. So the HLB scale is very important for 5 marks. So it can definitely ask for 5 mark in semester. Prepare this question and write it in easy manner in the exam. Next, second question, define surfactant, give its types and write its applications. Surfactants or surface agents. So its types and its applications are very important for 5 marks. Last one, define surface tension and explain capillary rise method for the detection of surface tension. जो 10 मार्क के लिए क्वेश्चन हमने देखा था, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वही क्वेश्चन है, उसमें जो मेथड है सिर्फ कैपिलरी राइज मेथड, उस एक्सप्लेन करने के लिए हमने क्या कह दिया, जो डिफाइन द सरफेस टेंशन एंड एक्सप्लेन द कैपिलरी राइज मेथड फॉर द डिटरमिनेशन ऑफ सरफेस टेंशन. Next, 2 mark question, define adhesive and cohesive forces, define surface tension and interfacial tension. Third question, define surface free energy. Fourth question, define CMC and give its application. So what is CMC? Comment down in the comments section. What is CMC? Last one, give HLV scale. Give HLV scale. So these are the repeated questions. जब आप 10 मार्क के लिए क्वेश्चन प्रिपेयर करोगे, ऑटोमेटिकली जो आपके 2 मार्क क्वेश्चन है ऑटोमेटिकली प्रिपेयर हो जाएंगे. So prepare 10 marks and 5 mark questions. So it can be helpful for 2 mark question. Next, unit fourth, that is complexation. That 10 mark question is important, that is define complexation and explain the different types of complexation. Next, define complexation and explain the different methods of analysis of complexation. ये जो 2 questions है are very IMP and can be repeatedly asked in define complexation and explain the different types and their methods of analysis. Prepare this. Next, 5 mark questions from unit 4. First question is define protein binding and explain the different types of protein binding. Last, second question is write a note on thermodynamic treatment of stability. These 2 questions are very important for 5 marks. Next, 2 mark question. जो 2 मार्क जो क्वेश्चन है इस यूनिट से कम है इसलिए, लेकिन जो 10 मार्क क्वेश्चन है इसमें define complexation and explain the different types of complexation. This question is very important. Also their methods of analysis of complexation. Next, जो protein binding also repeatedly asked in US exam. Here will these 3 questions, that is first one, define complexation and their types, define complexation, their method of analysis, and third one is protein binding and their types. Types means the reversible and irreversible protein binding. And second is write a note on thermodynamic treatment of stability constant. Okay, so these are the 10 mark and 5 mark questions from unit 4. Last 2 mark questions, that is define complexation and give its applications. And let's move forward to the last unit, that is unit 5, 10 mark questions. 5. First important question is define buffers and explain the applications of buffers in pharmaceutical and biological system. तो डेफिनेशन है buffers की, वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, जो कि 2 मार्क के लिए भी आपको पूछा जा सकता है. ओके, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है define Sorensen's pH scale and give the methods of determination of pH. Next, 5 mark questions. 5 mark question. First question is write a note on buffer capacity, buffer equation. Buffer capacity and buffer equation. So the buffer capacity and buffer equation also ask for 2 marks. So जो आप तो 2 मार्क्स के क्वेश्चन आपके रहेंगे वो सिंपली आपके प्रिपेयर हो जाएंगे कहाँ पर, जो 10 मार्क और 5 मार्क के क्वेश्चन रहेंगे वहां पर. Prepare these 10 mark and 5 mark question. So it also helpful for 2 mark. Okay. Next, write the different methods of adjusting tonicity of solution. Last, define buffer capacity, buffer action, and applications of buffer in pharmaceutical and biological system. So these are the 5 mark questions from unit 5. Last 2 mark questions from unit 5. That is, first question is define buffer isotonic solution. Next, define buffer equation, that is Henderson-Hasselbalch equation. Last one is Lorenz's pH scale. These are the important questions which can repeatedly asked in the exam. So note down these all the questions and prepare very well. It can be very useful to write the or answers in the exams. और एक इम्पोर्टेंट बात, तो आपके आंसर्स रहेंगे क्वेश्चन पेपर में, तो आपका पैटर्न रहेगा वो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल 2 mark क्वेश्चन, देन 5 mark क्वेश्चन एंड देन 10 mark क्वेश्चंस. तो जो 10 mark क्वेश्चन और 5 mark क्वेश्चन जो है जो आपके बाद में आते हैं, मतलब फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आपके 2 mark के क्वेश्चन आएंगे. कई स्टूडेंट क्या कर लेते हैं, उनको सिर्फ 10 mark का क्वेश्चन आता है तो वो पहले 10 mark क्वेश्चन वहां पर स्टार्ट कर देते हैं, लेकिन एग्जाम में ऐसा बिल्कुल नहीं कर. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल जो सीक्वेंस रहेगा एग्जाम का, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल 2 mark क्वेश्चन, 10 mark एंड 5 mark सीक्वेंस है, उसको नहीं करना है. 2 mark स्टार्टिंग में है और स्टार्टिंग में ही लिखने हैं. तो क्वेश्चंस आपको नहीं आते उसके लिए थोड़ा फार स्पेस उधर छोड़ दीजिए, जो कि बाद में आपको याद आएगा तो जगह पर आप लिख सकते हैं. लेकिन दिक्कत तब होती है जब आप एक 2 mark क्वेश्चन बाद में लिखते हैं और आप जो पूरा सीक्वेंस आप चेंज करेंगे तो दिक्कत होगी एग्जामिनर को, और उसमें आपके मार्क थोड़े फार कम हो सकते हैं. इसलिए सीक्वेंस रहेगा, दैट इज 2 mark, 10 mark एंड 5 mark. 2 mark के क्वेश्चन के वहां से आपको स्टार्ट करना है. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल 2 mark क्वेश्चन आप पूरे सॉल्व करने हैं, देन 10 mark क्वेश्चन आपको 2 सॉल्व करने हैं, 5 mark क्वेश्चन आपको 5 सॉल्व करने हैं, सॉरी 7 सॉल्व करने हैं. These are the questions which will be helpful for your exam. So prepare this question very well. So thank you all of you. Best of luck for your exam.